Hey guys, this is Wes, and welcome back to Tennessee Whiskey Shaving. And today I've got a review for you, one that seems like it might have gone by, maybe unknown. It's highly underrated in my opinion, but we got some King R Emporium here for you. And I even had I had Matt sign it for me. I know he did that for the Texas meetup. I thought that was a really neat idea, so I ordered some and I asked if he could do that for me. And Matt Pasarsic, sorry, being the great guy that he is, hooked me up. And I talk with him through Messenger. He's a great guy, awesome. Love to support the business. But yeah. So anyway, yep. Again, I'm here doing. King R Emporium. I've got the full gambit here. I got the Star Jelly. I got the EDP. And the Splash. So I got all the goodies. Now, if you didn't know, this is a barbershop scent. At least it is to me. That's what I get off of it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Talking with Matt, him and Douglas Smythe from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements man, I can't talk today, collaborated on this. And they based it off of some Gillette canister style, like shaving soap or shaving cream from back in like 1930s era. The samples and whatnot that Matt had, they're not the best. So they did take some liberties, but to their, like, Doug melted it down and worked his magic, and they made this awesome shave soap. But yes, the scent notes listed are almond, lemon, bergamot, cool mint, lavender, green accord. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I've ever smelled green accord. There is sandalwood, amber, musk, and West Indian Bay, all in here. It's a very good scent. Off the puck, I can definitely smell the lemon and the bergamot, a little bit of mint, a little bit of lavender, a tiny bit of sandalwood. Again, some of the what you smell off the puck is always different than what you're going to get from the aftershave splash. And I can tell you that it transforms. It's like an experience. You shave with this and you get one part of the experience. Then after the shave, you use this and it really rounds it out. This is what makes this, the shave such a good experience. So now I will say, scent strength off the puck, just like most shaving soaps, it's not that strong. So it's like a 5-6 out of 10. Yeah, I used it last night for date night. Me and the wife went out. She likes it. So, 2 thumbs up for that. And the EDP and the aftershave, it has a good scent to it. It projects fairly well. It's not overpowering. For me, it was a good date night scent. It was a nice barbershop. Everything blends together. But I'll talk more about the aftershave later when I'm done shaving and I put the aftershave on. So enough said. I'm gonna shave a little differently today. You guys are used to me bowl lathering and whatnot, but I figured I will do a little face lather today. I have my trusty brush scuttle here from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is actually empty of water. It's just meant to help keep your lather warm, but this is filled with hot water. So this is nice and warm. And I was soaking my boar brush, so you can see that it's wet. This fantastic work of art is a custom brush from Freddie Payne that did it for me, and it is lovely. I love it. Great. Sorry, and it's not a boar. It's actually a boar and badger hybrid, but I like it a lot. So yeah. And today's razor, I'm going to be using this red tip. It's I believe it's a 56. Yes, I think this was a 56 red tip that has been done in the Prospector Finish. It is absolutely stunning. Awesome. It is a beautiful, beautiful razor. I can't recommend it highly enough from Matt and them over at Razor Emporium. The action on it, you know, is flawless. It's very nice. I have this loaded with a first use Filoso. That's what I'll be using for today's shave. So enough talking. Let's get to here. I tell you what, I know you guys probably don't like running water, so I'll go and I'll do the bougie sprayer stuff. See what you guys think of that. Even though for me it's a little counterintuitive because, well, I'm going to be using warm lather with a cold spray. All right, anyway, so here, we'll give it a little go. It doesn't take a whole lot of this stuff. I don't use much, and I'm really going to use like way more than I actually need. So anyway, there's about 5 or 6 little swirls there. Get the lid back on. I usually don't shave with my glasses on either, but I'm gonna give it a go. Needs a little more water. It is a little pasty. But this lather just really explodes. It's such a good job. PAA, I mean, you can't go wrong with their base. It's good stuff. Yeah, there we go. Now, once you put the lather on, the scent wakes up a lot more. And, you know, and you do get a fair amount of scent from it. It's about, like I said, it's about a 5 or a 6 on the scent level. There are some stronger soaps, you know, that have stronger scents out there, but this one's nice. It's very good. And you can tell I'm already not used to shaving my glasses. I got some on my glasses. All right, rinse that off. Get a little water on the old razor, and we're off to the races. Man, this is such nice. If you guys have never got a vintage Gillette yet, like a super speed, one of the super speed trios or anything like that, I can't recommend them enough. They are just such a great shaver. And you can always get a really good one that's been revamped or reworked from Matt Pisarcik over at Razor Emporium. They do a great job. Great job. I actually just recently ordered, well, I ordered the sample set or whatnot. I got the full decade sampler set. But from that sampler set, I really enjoy 1944 and 1988 the most. So I went ahead and I ordered them. And I also ended up getting a couple of vintage razors from Matt Pisarcik. I had already kind of posted them up on some Facebook pages and stuff with like a mail call kind of thing. And but yeah, one of them's a vintage red ring, Eclipse red ring. It's in phenomenal shape. It's got the Bakelite case, you know, all the little stickers and the colorful things like that are in it. It's got a old vintage pack of razors and whatnot in it. The only thing that it was missing was the red ring, and Matt was kind enough to put that on for me. And man, he's such an awesome guy. He didn't even charge me for it. Well, to put the red ring on. He charged me for the red ring. I bought it. But he threw the red ring in for free. Or the red ring on the red ring. Anyway, and also, he ended up twisting my arm a little bit. And so I ended up buying a nice Hofritz, an old Hofritz slant off of him. So, and it was in phenomenal shape. It's in the case. It's also in its cardboard, like carrier case, you know, that it comes in on top of the hard metal case. So I'll be showcasing those as well in some future shaves. But anyway, yeah, man, these old school vintage Gillettes are, I mean, you just can't beat them. They are such a great daily shaver. They are more of a mild razor. You know, because back then they made them for comfort. Back then everybody shaved, you know, and there was like a kind of a common misconception that keeping a beard was like dirty, you know, like unclean. So a lot of people, you know, shaved, you know, because they thought that it wasn't hygienic. So when you do shave daily, you know, of course you want to keep it comfortable, and you don't want something that's going to agitate your skin too much or be too aggressive. So a lot of the razors back in the day, I mean, especially like once you started getting into the super speed trios, they are more mild, more forgiving. Some of the stuff, you know, like from the 40s, you know, even if you got like a Tech or a Super Speed or something like that from the 30s and 40s, they are slightly more aggressive, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, this is such a great brush. I haven't used it in a little while. I forgot how much I liked it. The Boar Badger Hybrid is perfect. I think it's a 70-30 mix. But it's got just the right amount of scritch to it. And plus with this brush scuttle, I mean, this whole thing is nice and warm. So when I put the brush back in there, it just warms the lather up, you know, for my face. It feels very nice. All right, here we go. My X-Pass, as I call it. I don't really do like an across the grain, like a true like perpendicular or parallel, sorry, parallel, yeah, not perpendicular, parallel pass. I like to go at an angle. It feels better on my skin and the way that my hair grows, especially here on my left side. This does wonders for me because this side, the left side, is the one where if I do get irritation, is usually where I get it. And when I come at an angle like this, it just really, it really knocks it out when I do like my against the grain pass. Smooths it out, makes it way more comfortable. So if you guys haven't tried it, try it. Maybe it'll work for you rather than, you know, going actually straight across, you know, put your razor at a slight tilt. You know, I usually just kind of put it with my jawline and work my way up. For you guys that shave your whole face and might have trouble with your chin, this really helps out a lot when you go at the angle and stuff. This area and this area, they're always like a trouble spot because you don't have a whole lot of structure there. You know, I mean, you can puff your face out, but it also sinks in more right here, so makes it more difficult. Also, for any of you guys, you know, the chin can be a tough area. So, you know, the more swipes or strokes, whatever you want to call it, that you can make on this area in all sorts of angles. Like, see, like I'll pick a point and I'll go this way, then I'll change it up a little bit and go up a little bit. And then, you know, I'll save that for the very last, but the more that you can, and then I'll even change the direction. I'll try and go back this way with it a little bit. But yeah, like the more that you can do, the more you can remove in small little segments, especially in these more sensitive areas. Upper lip is the same way. If you can remove more hair, you know, little by little, then it's not as irritating. And if you can do that with a mild razor that doesn't dig into your skin and is smooth, you know, and just kind of glides across there, it makes a huge difference. Also, in all these areas, especially around your mouth, where the skin is really soft and stretches a lot, stretch it a lot. I mean, it helps to sit there and it makes the hairs pop out and stand up. But from there, then, you know, like I'll sit there and I'll go like this and I'll slightly start, I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but I'll try and make it more noticeable. But I just slightly start kind of rotating my razor up and up and up. So that way it starts, because my upper lip is really a tough spot for me. But I will slowly but surely start rotating my razor up and up and up until it starts getting more and more of an aggressive angle to remove the hair. The only other thing that I could, the only bad thing that I can really say about these old vintage razors is the fact that it's got a blade overhang. Let me have them. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the only bad part. You got a little bit of your razor blade, you know, that sticks out of them. So you just got to be a little more cognizant of that. It's not a big deal. See, these razors are so mild, and I got enough residual slickness that I can just keep kind of doing a little pass here. All right, let's see, more water. Warm, nice. If you guys have never been able to get like a warm lather, if you don't have a scuttle or something to experience it, man, it is nice. I highly recommend it. A lot of times, just for me though, I shave in the mornings before work, and so I don't have a whole lot of time to just do all that prep work, you know, to be able to, you know, let my brush soak. And because I mean, I am, man, I am not a morning person. I wake up early just so I can kind of sit around for a little bit and wake up. I don't know if you guys like that. Do you guys do that? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. You know, are you guys a go-getter in the morning? You guys, you know, you guys up and at 'em and rip roaring and ready to go? I'm an airplane mechanic, so we have a term when we're starting a jet engine sometimes that just takes forever, you know, and it doesn't want to start, and we call that slow to spool. So that's what I say. That's how I am in the morning. slow to spool. I take my time. So yeah, so in the morning, that's why I don't know. I guess I just get used to it. I get used to bowl loading or bowl lathering, and and just kind of being able to get to it, so I can zip through my shave a little bit. Still take enough time to enjoy the process of making a lather, but I don't have to worry about all that extra stuff of warming or soaking my brush and all that good stuff. All right, last pass. Here we go. I always go this way before I go against the grain on my neck, just because I know how my hair grows. I've mapped it. And this little section right here likes to grow down and that way. So for me to go against the grain with it, I have to go this way and then down. And it's kind of the same way for this side. Yep, good. I will say too, with these old vintage razors, and with as mild as they are, they really kind of shine when you're going against the grain. It's nice and comfortable. It's pretty smooth. They may not be as efficient, but I'm good with suffering efficiency loss, for extra comfort. As long as my face feels good after my shave, it doesn't feel raw and burn and all that good stuff, I'm good. I mean, to me, that's the important part. Doesn't matter if I got to go over it 5 or 6 times. But I mean, I just mean that because I like to use buffering strokes a lot. My hair is really coarse, so I mean, I can use like an aggressive razor. Like I can use an Ellsworth Tricant, or my Yates 921 EH plate, and and get a great shave. Way more efficient. But also, I will typically get more irritation with them than I will with these old vintage Gillettes. And it could just probably be no probablys, due to my own hubris, maybe. No maybes. I don't know why I keep throwing that in there, but or just me introducing some sort of error, and just maybe going a little too deep, too hard, too much pressure, whatever the case may be. But with these old Gillettes, man, like you can just keep going. You can go over it and go over it and go over it, and it'll just remove your hair, every little bit on each pass, a little more, a little more, a little more, until you finally hear that, or you get that feeling, that there's just no more hair there. There's just skin. And once you're done with that, then you do all the other stuff and your face just doesn't burn. See, like I can feel this too. This is another bad thing. So like when you do push down to try and get a little bit of pressure, you can feel those tabs on the side. Dig it in just a little bit. Funny enough though, that's the thing that'll cause you the most uncomfort with these things, is the tabs overhanging the actual razor itself. and you know, with the blade gap that's in here and whatnot, and that's designed in, that part doesn't cause any of the discomfort. It's maybe pushing too hard and getting the tab and digging into your skin. Stretch the skin. Super light touch on the upper lip. Let the razor do the work. All right, let me rinse my face off right quick and we'll get to the best part of the shave. And just for you guys, I'll go ahead and I'll see if there's any kind, I'll let you know if there's any kind of scent difference in the star jelly as well. You know how it is, guys. I can't get you out of here faster than a half hour anyway. So here is the star jelly. One small little pump is all you need. Even that might be a little too much, but I will tell you this though, just from my experiences, and this is mentholated, so I will get a nice little burn off of it. But the star jelly and the aftershave, even them, you know, they still smell different than each other. The aftershave splash smells different. This smells good. I still get the, what is it? I got the lemon, little lavender. I don't know if that's, like I said, I've never smelled it, so I don't know if that's the green accord, but I'm getting the sandalwood. It smells good. And then there's also, let's see, what is it? There's something that's in the star jelly. It always has a certain smell to it. I'm trying to remember what it is. I can't remember. I'll try and put it down in the notes below. But I thought it was like some sort of resin or something like that that's usually in there. But it's nice. It's I got the mint. I can feel the cool mint, or I feel the menthol, but I can smell the cool mint as well. Now, not to be counterproductive or productive or whatever, and I know I just used star jelly, but now I'm gonna put the splash on because this is that is, I'm gonna put a little bit in the hand here. Yeah, because this is where you can smell everything. It's blended together very well. Everything, you know, like the almond, you can get that hit of almond, and it's like a sweet almond kind of, sort of, you know, because you can get the lime, the lavender, the mint, the bay, everything. It just starts mixing together very well and gives you kind of like that barbershop kind of scent to it. Almost like a powdery goodness. It's very good. Like I said, the scent strength on it is pretty good. It it projects nicely. It's not overpowering. You can put a good amount on, and and you shouldn't. People's not going to smell you coming from a half mile away or anything like that. So, yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. If you've never heard of it, or if you've been on the fence with it, get you some King R Emporium. It is good stuff. Love it. And I'll catch you next time for whatever I'm reviewing next in my next shave. Thanks for joining me. As always, the wet shaving community is the best community. Happy shave, gents. See ya.